Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, okay. Hey, it's me, Nick Martin. This is my dissectionary video. I just got locked out of the class, so I'm here now. So I'm gonna go around to my other classes and I'm going to explain biology. Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
You wanna go to Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wanna get Baconator?
I was thinking more of like those onion rings.
The onion rings?
Yeah.
Do those have pork on them?
No.
No.
They have rings. They have rings.
So this is what's called a book then? Yeah. So I'm just labeling.
You should probably eat this.
Wow. Wow.
Alright, but do it have kidneys?
Yeah.
You have the kidneys are located ventral to the spine of a pig, but
Really?
also inferior to the heart
Yeah.
and most of the
For the minions, dude.
thoracic cavity.
Yeah.
And,
I can show you your own trachea.
yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Yo, how's your larynx doing?
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it do?
Breathe.
You breathe through it? Yeah. Doesn't the larynx hold your vocal cords up? Hey. Robert. Hey. You got your nitrile gloves on?
No.
You should. 'Cause they can protect you and like keep everything like your hands clean, as well as like for you from contaminating the specimen. You got your lab apron on? That just like protects your clothes from getting dirty. You should probably keep your specimen on a dissection tray. You know that? Yeah, man, I agree. And that's when I say, yeah, the color pins hold the specimen things, as in like label them. The things that hold the parts of the specimen are the T-pins. You know that? You know that? Alright, then maybe you heard of a scalpel. It's like that little thing.
Yeah, that's what I used to stand up.
I can't keep that in the video, but I will. Alright. What about scissors?
That's what I used to children with. Yeah, I cut off their big toe and then I fed it to them.
You're talking about a pig, right? You used forceps though, right?
To
manipulate parts of the species. Not species.
I used it to pull out a
Okay. What did you use the probes for? Because I know those are
kid.
Oh, okay.
Gave him an infection. He died.
He's just a monster.
I can't put that. Yo, did you know that the epidermis is the skin that's like furthest out on the body of the pig? You know that? So you have the navel, which is like your belly button or whatever, is like the base of the umbilical cord, which is like what the mommy pig uses to like give nutrients and stuff to the pig. Dude, this one tastes like dude, alright.
Dude, try this one.
I know, this one tastes like Pepto-Bismol.
I don't
But,
like it.
I feel like if you fed this to a pig, it would go through its, like, it would go into its mouth and then into its esophagus.
I'm not
right?
doing that. I'm not eating that.
And then once it's in the esophagus, it like travels through the
So nasty though.
rest of the body, which I'm pretty sure the next one's like el estomago, as in the stomach, and then like from there it goes through the
Dude, I seriously don't like that. That's just so disgusting.
yeah, because it's literally like,
Because it's literally just garbage.
it is just trash. And then the umbilical cord is like
Oh my god, dude. I hate that one. That's my
Let's
least
take a
favorite one.
break. Just remember we left off with the stomach.
Yeah. All right. Time out.
Yeah, so like the stomach is like on the left of the abdomen, right? And it's connected to the
Dude, can you
yeah, I could, but I won't.
Dude,
So like
no, seriously.
it's like below the liver, right? And so like
Dude, I don't want to hear
liver-
any of it.
okay, well like did you know that the liver
Can you
dude, did you
Oh,
know that the
dude,
liver's
no,
like
can
really
you
huge?
please go away.
It also produces hormones and enzymes.
Are you
for the-
filming?
No.
Are you filming?
I'm not filming, dude. I'm not.
Why do I pause this?
I'm back. I got shot in the head right here, right there. That. Okay, so basically, the large intestine is like it's behind the small intestines, which are like really big,
Saying things wrong.
and there's like a bunch of them, right? It's like they're like really big too, right? Huh? Okay, so basically, it's like not really big. I lied. It's like the small intestines, so they're like pretty small, and it's like big, and it's like right here in the thoracic cavity. But imagine that on a pig, so like it's like hunched over, like not like hunched over, but like it's a different body than like the humans, right? So then like the okay, so now that nerd's done, where was I? The intestine, right? Okay, so small intestines are like the big things that are like.
This one.
Hey yo, shut up.
Dude, this one's nasty.
Which one? This one?
That one. I don't like that one. It's like orange and chocolate. Orange is not good. That is not appetizing. The only good ones are this one and the banana one.
Okay. Let's get back to it. The gallbladder, which is like the one nobody knows about and cares about, because it's like a weird name. But like, it was pretty important because it holds bile, which is like, bile. That's it. And that like goes into the stomach, right? And it's like this really small, like
My eye.
small black ball that's below the liver. So when you lift up the liver, it's back there.
Hey, Nick, can you possibly explain why my frickin' eye is hurting right now?
You probably have AIDS.
Great. I guess I have an STD now.
I'm not. Oh yeah. I was talking about the spleen, wasn't I?
Yeah. Before we got shut up.
Oh yeah, we got. So basically,
I'm
large intestine, and the small intestine are connected, and then they're like it comes after the stomach. So like they go like boom, right? One of them like pulls out nutrients and stuff, and then the other one pulls out water. The one that pulls out water is the large intestine. The one that pulls out nutrients is the small intestine, right? And then both connect to the anus, as in the large intestine connects to the anus. That's right. And then,
Dude, don't say that.
oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Thanks, dude.
That's the opening.
Jesus Christ, that's scary.
Hey,
Something like that. I was like, what? And then I was like, and I was reading,
thanks,
like,
bud.
I think you're fine. No, I was like, no, it's
So let's talk about the pee-pee, right?
I think it's fine. I was gonna tell her, like,
This is the bladder.
you kind of already, like, you said what you said.
It's close to the lower parts of the abdomen, abdominal,
Abdominal.
abdominal cavity.
No, it's abdominal.
Yeah, shut up, nerd.
Dude.
That looks like I said the B word, but I didn't. I'm gonna censor it anyway though, because it looks inappropriate. So, the bladder, it stores urine, right?
Okay, just talking about it's the.
But this is the thing, urine isn't made in the bladder, it's made in the kidneys actually. And it goes through these two tubes, right?
I finished it.
These two tubes called the ureters, right?
You're being so nice to me, okay? Can you tell me what you put? No.
And the purpose of the ureters is to like deliver urine to the bladder. Now the urethra is the passage that connects the bladder to the umbilical cord on a fetal pig. Now what that means is it's just what allows urine to leave the body, right? Of a fetal pig. Yeah, that taffy sucks. I was like watermelon, but it tastes like Pepto-Bismol. So basically,
In the middle of it, just start reviewing these.
yeah. So this looks like black. Okay. So. You already talking about the anus earlier? Yeah, well,
I thought you were on the wee wee.
yeah, it was, but like, I'm gonna be talking about female now. So basically,
Wait, females don't have wee wee?
the vagina. Now this is the space of the vagina.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Well, Robert, thanks for asking. It's where the baby passes through when birth happens, right? It's also like during reproduction / coitus where the penis goes.
What is that?
The penis, thanks for asking, Robert. It's made up of multiple parts. Now, it's also important to take note of the testes, which are within the scrotum, which is the sac that is hanging off the exterior of the male pig body. Although on these fetal pigs, they're hard to see. They look like,
Why does it hurt when my friend kicked me there?
because they have a lot of nerves, right? So basically the testes or whatever, they produce and hold sperm and are within the scrotum, which is that little sac that is on the exterior of the human body. But on a fetal pig, it's still the exterior, but it's really hard to see and it's like small, right? It's also important to note that there's two testes, right?
It looks weird. I do this one. You do it with the body too.
Why does the doctor say I have 6?
Hey Philip, y'all hear about the testes?
Yes.
You know if they produce and hold sperm?
Oh, I do that.
No, that's the bladder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Silly.
So back onto the vagina. That.
Actually, you know,
The ovaries, right,
Shayna, sensing this.
Oh.
are like on the ends of the fallopian tubes, which are like these two tubes, and there's two ovaries, right? And they like go like that, right? Oh, that looks like a gang sign,
I'm so stupid.
right? Like, woo, I'm repping the gang. Back onto the fallopian tubes. They're under the intestines, but they're superior to the uterus, right? They're superior above it, right? Now that's the fallopian tubes are where the eggs travel to the uterus, right? They just go through. Now if we go even deeper into that, we can talk about the uterus.
Dude, what happened to Ricardo Miles?
I think he died.
Dude.
Now the uterus is where the eggs are stored in, right? And they are like below the fallopian tubes. They're inferior. Hey. Hey Robert.
Yeah, what's good?
Do you know that the kidneys filter blood?
I did not.
Yeah. Do you know that they're also the most dorsal abdominal cavity organ? And there's 2 of them on each side of your body. Do you know that? Nah, forget that.
So what are you reading right now?
We've already talked about the larynx, right? It holds our vocal cords, right? Well, what if I told you? Now, what if I told you that the larynx and the trachea connect to something else known as the lungs, right? What if I told you that? That's how the lungs get air. What if I also told you that the diaphragm is located right underneath that? It's right underneath the rib cage, right below it. Now, oh.
Bro, what is up?
You alright?
No.
So bad.
What's the best?
Diaphragm it's a muscle, right? It helps you breathe. It's pretty important because like it's just like it's just below the rib cage and it does like it's like right here actually, the diaphragm. Oh yeah, well, there's two lungs, by the way. So like think of the lungs as these 2 pieces of taffy, right? And the diaphragm is this one, right? So just like alright, so that's just basically how they work, right? With the diaphragm.
Do they collapse like that?
Yeah, they do.
It's scary.
I know. So, but Nick, how does blood in the body get oxygenated? Well, thanks for asking. Word, dude. So, like, blood gets oxygenated because of the heart, right? Because it's like what the veins and arteries and stuff like bring blood into the heart and like out of the heart blart.
All blart. All blart.
Come on.
So it's important to know that the like vena cava, it's
Thing.
it like brings blood from like the lower body, right, up superior to the like head and arms and the upper body, right, and it's a vein that like brings deoxygenated blood into the heart.
Olivia, you good?
Someone's dying. So let's keep talking about the heart, why don't we? So arteries and veins are like what bring blood into the heart and what push blood out of the heart, right? So not pushing it out, because that's what the atriums and ventricles do. The right atrium, the left atrium, the right ventricle and the left ventricle. Now let's go over what those do.
Hey, did you talk about the females yet? What the females do?
Wait, how you know this with the head?
No. I talked about peeing.
It's because you're trying
Cool.
to copy this picture, but stop
Okay.
trying to copy it.
So back onto the
Don't do that. You don't need to put the whole ass body. It's fine. Well, it doesn't make sense.
pulmonary vein. Let's talk about that one. No, that's it goes in towards the heart, right? Into the heart, and that's it. So then the right ventricle, right?
Yeah, we're about it.
Well, it's like pretty important, right? It pumps blood into places such as like
Yeah, that is pretty
very
important.
muscular. It's pretty muscular, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so that like the rest of the body can have blood and stuff, right? Yes, Olivia, I will shut up.
I'm talking to you, but okay.
Okay, I'll continue talking.
Beginner's luck. No, just blood.
So like it passes through the right ventricle and into the pulmonary artery where blood is dropped off into the lungs to become oxygenated. So that's how blood's oxygenated, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. It's that simple. It just goes to the lungs and that's it. JK lol, there's more. So the left atrium is blood that goes into the left atrium through the pulmonary vein towards the heart, right? Then through the left ventricle is the oxygenated blood that goes through the aorta, right?
Dude.
To go through the rest of the body. Hey Rob, you wanna take a turn?
Yeah, sure. So the vagina is ventral to the anus. That's what the baby travels through. For other reproduction purposes, such as the penis.
No, I got no friends.
Where is it?
On me.
Is it above the anus?
No. It's in front of it.
So above it?
Not a dream. There was the something you
So where is it then?
but he runs it.
On me.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Back to you.
Alright, back to me in the studio. That's it. So let's just go over everything real quick. You ever seen the, what's that one thing?
Death grips?
Oh, let's talk about the genital papilla / penis. It's inferior to the umbilical cord in anatomical position, right? It gets rid of urine and it's used to reproduce, as in like. That's. All right, that was sperm, by the way. So, yeah. Oh, the anus, it like lets out, bile slash that. You wanna know about your abdominal opening? Okay, yeah, well, it's like posterior to the navel. So, epidermis, navel, umbilical cord, urogenital opening, anus, penis slash genital papilla, right? Scrotum, esophagus, larynx, trachea,
It'll be fine.
trachea,
Yeah.
then the lungs, the diaphragm, the heart, the vena cava, aorta,
Yeah.
pulmonary vein,
Oh.
pulmonary artery,
Okay.
uh-oh, right ventricle, right atrium, left atrium, left ventricle. Now let's move on to our abdominal cavity.
You're gonna be on the bottom. Oh,
The liver, the stomach, the small intestine,
oh my
the large
goodness.
intestine, the gallbladder, spleen, pancreas, kidneys, bladder, ureter, urethra, vagina, ovary slash ovaries,
Nick,
fallopian tube, uterus, testes.
you should just have a picture of you. You're just like pointing it out, like everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Cool.
Now time for the interview portion of the segment, entertainment section, dissectionary. Hey, Jalen,
Yeah?
do you know what the spleen?
Well, what about it?
Do you know where it is?
I do, because I had to biology.
Alright, so I'm severely disappointed in my generation because we don't know anything about fetal pigs. Jalen, you want to answer that again and make our generation proud?
No.
Exactly my point. Alright, what's up, guys? So, let's talk about anatomical position. So, what is anatomical position? Let me break it down. It's basically the correct position in which a cadaver is to be positioned during a dissection, right? So, let's go into it. What are the anatomical positions? Alright, I'll just say them first and then I'll break them down. Anterior, posterior, inferior, superior, dorsal, ventral. And what are all of those? So, anterior, basically, let's put this right here real quick. Oh, okay, I'm back. So, anterior describes the way forward, as in the front of the body. Posterior goes to the back of the body, right? Superior, up, inferior, down. Now, let's go over that again. Anterior, forward, posterior, backward, superior, up, inferior, down. Now, let's go into some other ones. Dorsal and ventral, they're similar. Alright, so dorsal describes the direction back towards the body. Typically, this one's used on animals. And ventral goes towards the forward of the body. This is also normally for animals. It's basically based on, since animals don't have like the same like body as like a human. They're like on all fours and stuff. It's based off like the position of their spine and stuff, instead of with animals. I mean humans. So let's go into the kind of cuts that were used during this dissection. A sagittal cut, a transverse cut, and a coronal cut. So a sagittal cut is like this, sagittal downward. As long as it's like this and this kind of a motion, it's a sagittal cut. Alright, so basically, next one, transverse cut, this direction, from side to side. It divides it in half, basically. Now, coronal is like this. If you think of like a sheet of paper, and you put it like on top of somebody, and then you put that into their body, that's a coronal cut. This direction, coronal, sagittal, transverse. That's a pretty cool dance. Like, boom, boom, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm out. Okay, so like, let's talk about our anatomical positions again, because like, we could turn into like a pretty cool song. Hey, Kelly, you think we can make a song out of the anatomical positions? No?
I have no musical talent.
Alright, well let me show you how it's done. You just go anterior, posterior. You hear that?
I got you. You got a little ring to it, you gotta go.
Hey Kelly, why are you looking at pictures of guns at school?
As you're recording this show, buddy. It's wish.
What?
You're recording too.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? This is going in my bio video.
Oh, look, that's 6.
So you know that one song
fine,
that's
that's
like that one song and it's like anterior, posterior, superior, crocodile, alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet movie.
Exactly, Kelly. Now you're catching on. All right, let's go. All right, Kelly, come on. Anterior, posterior, superior, crocodile, alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet movie.
All right, school vlog part 3. I'm in class in what is it? Not social studies. History. United.
Do the fetal pigs have like ovaries?
Yes, the fetal pigs did have ovaries.
And like the fallopian tubes?
Yes, they did have those. Now let's talk about that. So, the fallopian tubes. I'm not gonna do a podcast because then they don't get to see this, right?
No, it's not a live podcast. Like,
This is a live podcast.
yeah, that's live.
Except it's gonna be like not live. So let's go talk about
Just live stream it.
Ovary?
And include the VOD.
ovaries because there's 2. Did you know that there's 2 ovaries in a fetal pig? Those are located. Give me a second. Let me go through my script.
Hey, what is that?
Just
What do you want, Damien? I'm trying to record a video.
Just live stream it and put in the VOD.
Nah, that's basically the same thing. This is, I know, dude, I'm just trying to, alright, so the urethra is the tube that connects the bladder to the thing, right?
I don't think so. I
It
think we read
basically
chapter 8.
gets rid of urine.
Wants to write the stuff about it. Yeah.
That's basically it. So, yeah. Let's talk about the urethra, which is the opening that exposes urine, which is what the ureter is connected to, right?
Ancient Egyptian mythology.
Wait, what am I saying? I think I'm saying something wrong. So the urethra is like
I can throw down facts.
it expels urine from the body,
Facts.
right?
See this? Facts.
And it's located
Facts all over.
like below the vagina. Now let's go into the ovaries, which are in the lower abdomen. There's 2 of them, and that's where the eggs are stored in the female fetal pigs / most things, mammals. Now, the fallopian tubes are, I already talked about this, so I'm not going to talk about it again.
The fallopian tubes, does fertilization happen?
Fertilization is when the egg implants itself into the uterine walls, right?
That's
No,
implantation.
implantation is that. So, fertilization occurs in the fallopian tubes, yes. Okay, so let's read for a second. Nope, never mind. Time out.
Oh yeah. You already know.
Something that I feel like I didn't talk about that much is the lungs. So let's talk about the lungs real quick. So what my book says, the lungs, the left lung is made out of three parts. The right lung is made out of two, and it's made out of a spongy-like material. Now, the tube, 4 and 7 years ago. That's Abraham Lincoln, not Obama. Glory God in the highest, and on earth peace among those with whom He is pleased. Amen. Let's talk about the human body, shall we? So, for you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance, in your book were written. Every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there was none of them. Now that was Psalm 139, 13 to 16. Now that one I read in the the beginning part where it tells you. So let's talk about my dissection. So I did absolutely nothing to dissect the pig except stand there, and then I held the heart once. I'll put that picture right there. Maybe not, maybe, probably. There's a whole white space right there, so that'll be a pretty good place to put it. Future me, as in do that, or I'll kill you. That's right.
How does that make sense?
Hey. Okay, so, but I did take a lot of pictures of it, which are like, boom, 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 boom. Well, that was too fast for me to edit. Boom, 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 boom. That was, yeah, good luck with that one. So, let's go back to, what we did. So we started off with a sagittal cut, which I already explained earlier, across the body of the pig, then 2 transverse cuts to make flaps. We then opened that up, and we just started manipulating all of the organs with probes that we were able to pin them all with colored pins, and we held back the flaps with T-pins, as in my group and I. And I'm gonna retract my original statement where I didn't do anything. Yeah, I actually did everything. Let's just. Did you not hear my previous threat to my future self? I will wish that fate upon you as well.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a threat to myself or others. It's so bad. That's not even a good joke. All right, let's take that one off the script, Shelly. I said take that joke off the script.
Okay, I'll just do
All
it
right.
now.
So let's go back to it. Quiet. So, what was I talking about how I dissected it, right?
Yeah, how you just look at it, yeah.
Okay, so I dissected it. All me, by the way. Me, just like all in there. We used the scalpel as well as scissors to make those cuts. scissors for the big, like, major part of the cut, and then the scalpel for the small part. I'm gonna pop. So, back to it. What was it about? Okay, so once I made those cuts, it was basically just all there. I was able to see all of the organs in the body. I was able to see the thoracic cavity, the abdominal cavity, all of that. So we then started in the thoracic cavity. I located the larynx, trachea, and esophagus. Right there. Those are pretty easy to find. The esophagus is two behind the larynx and trachea, which were right on top of it. So there's like boom, boom, those two sections. And those connected into the lungs. Started off in the thoracic cavity, went through all those organs and stuff. Lungs were up on top of the pig. Then below that were the pancreas, stomach, and the heart was also located around there.